gifts.
I want to ask you about an appearance recently you had with your Democratic opponents. You've taken some heat for your response on this. There was a question about money and endorsements from various organizations, including the oil and gas industry. You said no, you have not accepted any, but some have called that untrue. There's even an ad out by one of your competitors, John Fetterman, about that. Let's quickly take a listen to a little bit of that ad.
No.
No. Thank you very much.
Oil and gas, really?
Well, now listen, people, let me tell you some news.
That was an ad with a little bit of your response there. And in fact, I did look up your finances. You did get a contribution from the Vice President for Policy and Strategy at the American Gas Association. So how do you explain your answer? Do you feel you were perfectly transparent?
Sure. Listen, I do not have endorsements or PAC money from the drillers, the frackers, and those organizations.
They didn't ask about PAC money. They asked about money.
No, they did. That's exactly right. And I do not have money from the drillers and fracking organizations and associations. Every one of us in the race knows individuals who work in and around the energy sector, and each one of us in this race has support from individuals in and around the energy sector. What's different about me is that I'm the only person in this race that has actually regulated that industry. When I was Secretary of Environmental Protection, we had the strongest regulations in the country regulating the energy industry, and I am very proud in this race to be the candidate that's been endorsed by the League of Conservation and other leading environmental groups. I have always been a champion for the toughest environmental protections, but also fighting against the myth that somehow if you protect the environment, you hurt jobs and the economy. Nothing else could be further from the truth, and so that's who I am in this race and who I will be as a senator, making sure that we have the toughest environmental and public health protections, but we do that in a way that grows jobs.
So do you not consider the contributions that you've gotten to have been from the oil and gas industry?
Well, listen, as I said, every one of us in this race has support from individuals who work in and around the energy sector. I do as well. And I'm very proud that I have support also from the leading players in the solar industry, the wind industry, energy efficiency. And I'm the only candidate in this race for whom those players who want to see a clean energy future, they're getting in, they have my back in this race. Because when I was secretary, we put a priority on becoming a clean energy leader. And I am proud to say that at the end of my tenure, Pennsylvania was #1 in the country in wind energy jobs and #3 in the country in solar energy jobs. Those are great opportunities for us to grow good family-sustaining jobs in a clean and growing industry.
So do you feel that your answer was clear?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And as I said, every one of us in this race has support from folks who work in and around the energy industry, but I'm the only person who enjoys the universal support of the leading conservation organizations in the United States.
Money, one way